Old Leman Vidrine Store has reopened under the new name Gaga's General Store. I stopped by today's grand opening and learned all about the store's rich history. Leman Vidrine opened the store in the 1930s, and it operated as the only store in the Beaver community for 65 years. Vidrine's children attended the grand opening and couldn't help but reminisce.
My brother and I worked in the store from the time we were 7, 8 years old, and I know every inch of the store. Was very much a part of my childhood.
Sadly, the store closed down and sat vacant for over 20 years. New owner Isolda Myers and her husband purchased the property from the Vidrine family 2 years ago.
So for 12 years, we would get on our little bike rides and we'd stop here and we'd look at the store, and it was grown up at this point, but it was amazing because I always wanted to know the history of it, and so found out the history, and it was just too beautiful to just have it sit there with such a rich history.
The grand opening featured live music, free food, and a petting zoo. Store manager Janet Jarrett says the community's support means a lot.
I don't even have words for it.
Right.
For how many people that showed up today to honor
and support
the store and support.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Vidrine says he's glad to see the store have new life.
It was nice coming home to it, but to actually see it and to see the goods on the shelves and all of that, it's really rewarding for me. It's quite a tribute to my dad.
Family also playing a role in the naming of the new store.
I have twin girls, they're about to be 10, and they never called me mommy. So for a long time I wondered about that, but ultimately we found out that that's what they called me, and it stuck, and so they chose the name.
Gaga's General Store is rurally located, about halfway in between Pine Prairie and Oakdale. Myers tells me her faith was a factor in this process and that she wants to provide for her community.
Give the community something that they haven't had in a while. Now, of course, they have other stores and they do very well, and that's great. But something closer, especially those for the elders. That is close to my heart as to how, how can we support elders? How can we, help them, especially if their family is out of town and they don't have any means to get to a store closer by.
Myers says she plans on the store being a staple of the community for a long time.
To continue the legacy for my children and for her grandchildren, and just for them to have something, even after we're long gone, for them to have something to, to continue going on with.
The store's physical address is 4841 Beaver Road, Oakdale, Louisiana.